welcome to another edition of Headlines This Week. And on the show today, we have Mukesh of Panasonic. He's here about the Solar Elite program. Welcome to the show, Mukesh.
Hi, Derek. Thanks for inviting me to the show.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and about Panasonic Life Solutions?
Sure. Hi, folks. My name is Mukesh Sethi, and I'm the general manager for the solar and energy storage division at Panasonic. Yeah, Life Solutions Company is a company which makes interior and exterior products for the residential market. So anything related to your kitchen, bathroom, which is interior products, is made by Life Solutions Company, and exterior products as well for the house. So structure of the house, roofing, and stuff like that. These are the products mostly we sell in Japan, but in the US, Life Solutions Company is selling indoor air quality products
Yep.
and energy storage, which is residential storage, energy storage, and solar panels.
Tell us about the Panasonic Installer Program.
Yeah, so Derek, we have been in the solar business for 40 plus years and in residential solar for 20 plus years.
Mhm.
But in the US, we started selling residential in the year 2016, and this is where we launched the program. As soon as we started selling the solar panels in the US, we realized that the installers. I mean, first of all, the market was very difficult for a homeowner. Like there's so many different quotes they get, and they don't know exactly like what to believe and what not to believe.
Yeah.
And sometimes the installers which are pitching or the companies which are pitching to the homeowner, they don't even talk about what brand or product they will be using.
Mhm.
All they talk about the ROI and how with no money down they can save money in 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, or 20 years. So it was very confusing for a homeowner to decide which panel or which brand of panel to go with and which installer to go with because the pitches were all over the place.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons for that was, a lot of companies were pushing a leasing model or a PPA model, power purchase agreement, where the homeowner doesn't own the system. The system is owned by the company which is selling it to
Yeah.
them. So this way, the company which owns the system, which is selling to them, they get the federal rebate of 30% tax rebate, and also there are state incentives which also goes to that company. And all they do is give a very small portion of the savings to the homeowner because they're using their roof and they are actually end up using the system to buy electricity. So basically, like they're buying electricity from them, so they pay money. So savings for the homeowner was very small.
Mhm.
Majority of it was company which was taking advantage of all the credits. And this was a reason very few people actually owned the system because it was very confusing who to believe and how not to believe.
Yeah.
So we realized right away that we're not in the business of doing all that, and we wanted the homeowner to be educated, and we wanted the homeowner to believe in the brand and the benefits of solar, not
Yeah.
just from the savings point of view, but also from the quality perspective, like which quality product they can use, which will benefit them in the long run. So that's why we launched the installer program because we cannot. Panasonic is not in the business of installing the product
Yeah.
to the homeowner, and there's a lot of other things which goes besides the solar panel. There's a railing, racking, a lot of electricals, balance of systems which goes, inverter, also goes in there. So a reputed installer who knows what they're doing, who's in business, who has good reviews, these things were very important for us, and that's why we started a loyalty program where we started giving this authorized status first. We started off with authorized, we made them authorized, we gave them training,
Yeah.
and we made sure they follow a set of rules. They only install quality products. They have been doing business for a while. They're all certified installers. They have proper training, and we keep a track and make sure that they keep up to that level because our brand name is behind them.
Yeah.
And also when they go to the homeowner as a Panasonic authorized installer, the homeowner believes them because they're not like XYZ installer, no name installer, which the homeowner doesn't know who to believe. So it's beneficial for the installer, to call themselves Panasonic authorized is beneficial for us because we are also putting our faith in them, and we are helping them, they're helping us. So it's a win-win situation
Win-win.
for everybody. also for the homeowner, because they know like these people are legit. They're not just selling, you know, products which are not good products. So that was the whole point of the program.
What's the difference between, because I seen the word in the press release that you guys released, I think late last week. There are two words. There's the authorized installer program, and then there's the premium installer program. What's the difference between these two?
Yeah, so basically, when we started off with authorized, we ended up signing up first, 100 plus installers. So then, once we started to authorize, we realized that we need to differentiate between the installers which are doing a lot more volume
Okay.
and installers which are doing a lot of Panasonic, sales. Like wallet share, a percent of Panasonic sales is very high. So
Okay.
we added another tier called premium. So now, now we have 176 authorized installers and 51 premium installers. So
Okay.
total 227 installers in the program in the US. So now we again realize that we have to add one more tier, because there are installers which are doing more than 80% of their jobs as Panasonic,
Okay.
and the volumes are very high. So as we see, the range of installers, we add another tier, and I think this will be it. Three tiers, depending on how much volume they do
Mhm.
and how much market share or percent of Panasonic they're selling in their total volume. Based on that, we give different levels of loyalty. So that's the basically three tiers.
Interesting. So let's talk a little bit about the products. So it says in the press release that these installers, the Elite tier level installers, would have a first go at new products that hit the market. And
Yeah.
then there's also something about rebates. So let's talk about the products first. So when we talk about new products, are we talking about new versions of panels? What?
Yeah. So what happens is that whenever we launch new products, especially in the beginning, I mean, we don't really get a lot of volume, a lot of quantity of the new products. So we will give preferential treatment to the elite installer, which is our highest level when any new product is launched.
Okay.
So that's what we mean by any time a new product comes out, they will be the first one to get it. If there's a limited supply, they will be the first one to get it.
Okay.
Like currently, because of coronavirus, the supply chain is disrupted for everybody, because
Alright.
China is, backlogged on the raw material supply. Although we don't make product in China, but a lot of raw material is coming from China for everybody.
Yeah.
So it's situations like this, when there's limited supply, the preferential installer, I mean the elite installer will get preference, the premium installer will get preference, and so on and so forth. So that's why having these levels makes it easier for everybody to understand, who gets preferential treatment, and obviously whoever is more loyal to us will get a preferential treatment from us in terms of these situations.
Okay. And talk about the rebate.
So we give rebates from time to time, directly to the homeowner, and so in that we give homeowner $250 rebate, for example. Sometimes we go all the way up to $500 rebate. So we have a limited funds to spend in a year, and depending on how busy or slow the year is, we decide how to allocate those funds and do a special rebate program. So we have been doing this, but this level gets rebate, which we haven't decided exactly, but we will give them a rebate which they can give it to the homeowner. So basically, they will pass the rebate to the homeowner, and only this level will have the access to that kind of funds.
How about access to leads? I think installers, it all comes down to leads. They want to grow their businesses. They
Yeah.
want to generate leads. Panasonic, well, we know Panasonic is not in the business of generating leads, but occasionally you guys do have that traffic, that lead traffic that comes through your website. So
Mhm.
it's three tiers here. So there's the lead part, there's the cooperative marketing part, and then there's the installer portal. So let's talk about the leads. So what do we mean by you pass on leads? And are these very hot leads that come through your website? Do you actively generate these leads?
Yeah, so we do a lot of search engine marketing, a lot of advertisements on the web. So we get a lot of traffic to our website, and that traffic gets converted into lead. These are pretty solid lead because people come to the website, they want Panasonic most of the time. That's why they're coming to the website.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they can just go to installer or they can go to a marketplace and get multiple quotes. But somebody who comes to our website and registers themselves, that means they really want a Panasonic quote, and they're pretty solid leads. So all installer wants is a good lead because there are so many leads out there which are not good.
Yeah, of course.
You
Tell me
can
about
get
it.
them, yeah. So these are quality leads. So yeah, obviously we'll give preferential treatment to the elite level and the premium level depending on the status. We have to also look at the vicinity of the lead. We're not going to give just because if the elite installer is not in the vicinity, obviously they won't get it. But if they are in the vicinity, they get the lead for sure, and so they get preferential lead.
Hmm. So let's talk about the cooperative marketing. How does that work?
Yeah, so we our program is unique because we are very limited in terms of how many installers we sign up for this program as authorized premium and elite. So we don't sign up everybody, like there are thousands of installers out there.
Okay.
So that's one thing unique about Panasonic. We want to keep it very limited. Uh, Other companies, they just do a lot of installers, which we don't. And because we want to keep our program not just unique, but also we want to provide a lot of support, which comes by giving the leads, not just the leads, but also some cooperative marketing dollars,
Yeah.
which helps buying leads for them or doing a lot of different activities for like advertising, co-advertising, co-marketing, I mean lots of things which we do, which we need funds for to do all that stuff. So that's how, depending on the level, we assign co-op marketing dollars based on how much volume business each installer brings to us. So basically, they earn the co-op marketing dollars by doing the sales for us,
Yeah.
and then we assign a portion of that to them, and depending on the level, they can make whatever percent depending on what level they are.
Okay. And then the last part is the installer portal. So this installer portal, what do they get?
Yeah, so we have different things which access to the portal. They can use this portal for buying different things like giveaways, apparels, co-branded apparels, and things like that. So we have a lot of things which they can buy with the co-op marketing dollars using this portal. They can submit their marketing funds or marketing expense and claim the money through
Okay.
this portal. This portal is basically the interaction between us and them, and they don't have to keep a track. We don't have to keep a track of how much dollars they earn in co-op marketing. This portal does all the tracking, and it's very easy for them to access it.
Now, is this portal only accessible to the Li tier or to everybody?
To all the authorized premium and elite installers.
Is this program available in Canada?
No, actually, we have a different division in Canada. Who's doing solar in Canada? So I have to invite them. But yeah, we only this program is only for the U.S. In future, there might be such program in Canada as well because sometime it happens. It starts in U.S. but spreads everywhere. So, anyways, I mean, but yeah, right now I don't think there's such program, and there's a different division which handles the sales of solar and storage in Canada.
Are there any new developments we should be expecting in the near future?
Yeah, so we are working. We're always improving our products and developing it to make it better and more efficient. So that's an ongoing process. It takes time to master products. Sometimes the companies which rush to launch the new product not necessarily does it the right way.
Hmm.
In Panasonic, we believe in doing things the right way. So it's not just about if you can make the panel bigger or more efficient doesn't mean that it's going to be performing really well. So there's a lot of other factors which goes into it, and and quality, efficiency and quality and enhancements definitely work on, but also we work on in the overall process of making the products work efficiently with different other products which are out there. So we are integrating a product with a microinverter from Enphase.
Yeah.
So that's a new product which we have, which is integrated microinverter into the panel. So it's a AC module. We call it AC module means the inverter is built in, and then we have other products also which we're working on, which with integration with different different products like panels and racking and stuff like that. So there are a lot of new things coming up. I cannot announce it to you on the show because it's still under, it's still
Yeah.
work in progress.
Yep.
But once we have that, we usually do a press release and launch it that way. But there's a lot of exciting stuff coming up in the future.
Well, it's actually been exciting having you on the show today, Mukesh, and thank you for taking time to be on the show.
Thank you very much, Derek. I appreciate it, the opportunity.